Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Coach Alvarez here from Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu. It's Tuesday morning. It's March 26th. It's about 9:44. About to get this workout in real quick, but I wanted to share this conversation I had with a student last night that I just felt like was really important to share with everyone else. It's kind of relates back to the video that I made on my birthday, far as like how I eat and stuff like that. So I'll just get right into it. Last night, one of my students just recently started. He came up to me, and after class, we got done training. He's like, "Hey, coach, I was gonna talk to you for a minute." I was like, "Yeah." So he's like, I had a friend last night, not last night, but the other day, pass away. And I'm like, "Man, sorry to hear that, man." I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Well, he passed away in his sleep." And he was only like 27 years old, if I have the age right. Really young, right? Really, really young. And so he goes on and he's explaining to me he don't know, exactly everything, but a lot of it had to do with how overweight he was. He didn't take care of himself. How he just ate a lot of bad foods, didn't exercise, didn't move his body and take care of himself. So as an end result, you're way overweight and probably overworking your heart along with everything else, and then you just pass away in your sleep. And that's pretty sad. Also because this person also left behind a couple kids. And that's it hits home for me because I push that so much here in my academy. And I know my students that are hopping on, or if you heard my videos before, I really come down hard about this stuff because it's important. I just don't think everyone takes it that serious, that what you put in your body and how you take care of yourself physically and mentally has a direct correlation with everything else that you do in life, and then especially your family. The people around you care about you, they love you, and if you cut yourself short and pass too soon, we're all gonna go, right? Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. At some point or another, we're all gonna leave this earth. But why does it have to be so early? Why does it have to be so soon? If you have total control over this one thing that you have, because a lot of things in life we don't have control over, But what you put in your body every single day, throughout the day, you have 100% control over. So it's important that you be mindful of that. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, like I was having this conversation with my student last night, he's like, "Man, do it for your family." So when he heard about his friend's passing, he passed away in his sleep. He's like, "The first thing I did, coach, was like I just took off running. I just went for a jog." He goes, "It scared me." And he was telling me that his other friend that he had, they were friends together, him, the guy that passed, and someone else. He said when he had the conversation with him on the phone, his other friend took off to the gym and went to go work out. Like, "Man, I had to go work out. I had to go do something." Like, it scared these guys so bad that one went running and the other one went to go lift weights. Okay, good. It should scare you to that point where it's like, "Hey, I need to stop playing around and take this stuff serious," because I've talked to so many people, and a lot of it is about their health and nutrition. And everyone asks me, like, "Man, what do you do? How do you eat? Blah blah. How do you stay so disciplined? How do you stay so dedicated? Like, how do you?" And it's like, man, it's easy. It's like, I have too many things going on and too many people that depend on me. Like I mentioned, in my other video, for me to allow myself to not bring my A game like every single day. Like, if I'm not taking care of myself and putting my health as a number one priority, then I can't help other people around me. It's as simple as that. Let's share another story with you real quick. I was at the airport the other day, so I went to the Pans. I was in LAX, get off my flight. I go to the rental car. there's a Starbucks as soon as you come down the terminal. And I knew I had like an hour drive to get to Irvine, right? So by the time I get my rental car and I still have an hour drive, I was like, man, you know, I was gonna meet someone, a friend of mine, for dinner down there in Irvine. So I was like, well, you know, I always get this, I get like a dark roast coffee. I have my MCT coconut powder with me. And so anyways, I get the coffee, I pop the lid off, I'm around the corner where they have all the other stuff. And you know, I get my powder out of my bag, I have my backpack with me, put the powder in there, I grab some cinnamon. Cinnamon's an antioxidant, shake that up in there. And I got a little bit of protein powder to kind of just, you know, satisfy my hunger and everything. So you got some healthy fats, got my protein. The protein powder I have has some stevia in it, so it's like a natural sweetener. Put all that stuff in there. Anyways, this guy next to me, he had a nice suit. He worked for the airlines. I don't know what exactly he did, but, you know, he was dressed real nice and whatever. And he's like, man, that's a pretty interesting concoction you're making there. Because I got all this stuff, my baggies, and I'm putting all this stuff in my coffee. So I was like, yeah, man, I just, you know, I got this little road trip I got to take, and, you know, I'm hungry. And, you know, this is going to satisfy my hunger and everything until I get to where I need to get to so I can go and eat. And he's like, so I just kind of explained to him what it was and what I'm doing. And he's like, man, yeah. He's like, you know, I just recently went to the doctor, and basically the doctor told him, like, hey, you know, if he doesn't make any changes, you know, it's not going to turn out too good for him soon, because he was dressed nice, he looked nice, but he was overweight. Okay, he was overweight, pretty like a lot. But he's trying. He's like, I'm trying to make these changes, but it took a doctor to tell him, which it's like that for most people. Most of you out there are at a point where if you're not taking care of your health, it's going to be at a point where you got to go see your doctor because something doesn't feel right, you don't feel good, and the doctor's going to tell you, hey, look, if you don't make these health changes, these lifestyle changes, you're not going to be around much longer. And if you are, then you'll probably, you know, be in a wheelchair, like, you know, you just a stroke, a heart attack, like just, you know, just bad things are going to happen. But for a lot of people, it takes a scare like that or a doctor to tell you, hey, look, make these changes or else. And it shouldn't take that. It should not take that. Like, I can't wrap my head around how many people just have to wait to that moment for a doctor, or you're on your deathbed to be like, hey, well, what changes can I make? Like, none. It's too late. Like, it's over. Time's up. You know? And so, you know, this guy was a real nice guy. So we got to talking, and, you know, he's telling me he's taking, you know, he's telling me about the things that he's eating and the things that he's changing. And so we had a lot in common because we're talking about, he's speaking my language, right? And, you know, most likely any other time we'd just pass each other and would have nothing else in common, but we're talking about the same thing while I'm making my coffee, and he's you know, you know, getting his coffee or whatever else he was getting there around the window there. And it was a good conversation. At the end of the conversation, I said, hey, man, keep it up. Like, whatever you're doing, do it for your family, man. Like, do it not only for yourself, but do it for other people that are around you, because they need you. Try to be here for as long as you can, and make those changes and do good for yourself and for other people. And it was a really good conversation. Like, it just, you know, felt good walking away from that. Met someone new, and someone out there else is trying to do better for themselves, you know. But you know, you have those other individuals where that I know that they cut everything short because you know, they just can't let go of the alcohol. They can't let go of the cigarettes. They can't let go of the fast food. And as an end result, you know, you cut your time so short that the people around you have to pay for that. You know, this other individual was telling me last night that his father passed away, and his father passed away, I think he said he was in the 9th grade, of a heart attack. And he said, you know, my dad just didn't want to make those changes, those lifestyle changes. He smoked and he drank, and it caught up with him, and he had a heart attack, and, you know, he left me when I was in the 9th grade. Man, that's tough. That's tough, man, to not have your father around and have him pass. everyone needs their father. You could always use a father figure or some advice as you're going through life to help you with things. But at ninth grade, you don't get that advice anymore, because the time is up and your life is cut short because it's just a simple fact of just what you decided to either smoke, drink, or eat. I have I have a family member, same thing. Probably catch this video, and if you do, hey, it is what it is, right? Just won't let go of the cigarettes. Says he's trying, he just won't let it go, and it's so tough because he's married into the family. So my family, I feel, is hurt by that because it's secondhand smoke. However you want to, if you want to smoke outside, smoke in your car, however you want to put it, you're still bringing smoke into the house. It's still on your body. It's still on your hands. It's in your clothes. It's whatever, and it's just hurting my family. It's the cigarettes. It's the alcohol. It's like, why, man? I don't get it. I don't get how someone can just sit there and kill their lungs like that, and especially if you have a daughter coming up, and you should want to be there in the future to see them get married, walk them down the aisle, they have kids, play with your grandkids, not in a wheelchair, not have oxygen mask attached to you. I see people with, like oxygen, like tubes, and they got tubes all in their nose and everything. And you can't play. Like, that was a conversation I had with my student last night. He's like, man, I want to be able to play with my kids when I get, like, my grandkids when I get older. Like, I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to have to, like, be pushed around somewhere because I just didn't take care of myself. So anyways, it's very important. Like I said, I have this on my business page because it's a direct correlation of what we do here at the Academy. Like, you have to put yourself around other people that are doing what you're doing. And this is it. Like, what I do in here, how I talk, how I am, what my lifestyle is about is exactly that. The healthy lifestyle. Like, it's just that way. So if you got someone that's talking like this around you all the time and not like everyone else, like most average people, eventually something's going to click. Something's going to, hey, you know what? He's right. Because most of the time it's one ear and out the other. It's like, man, this guy's just, man, he won't let this stuff go. And I'm not going to let it go. And I'm not going to let it go on this either, because there's a lot of people that I know that that I'm friends with or family members or whatever. You catch this, you got to make those changes, man. It's just, like I said, we're all going to go, and you never know when that time is. Like I said in my last video, that could have been my last video. Well, luckily enough, I'm still alive. I'm able to make another one, and I'm going to keep making them until time is up. But it won't be time is up because I decided that something I have total control over about how I eat, drink, and what I put in my body is going to force me to just go 6 feet under, man, too soon. I care too much about my family, my business, my students, all the people around that I impact to just let myself go like that. So for everyone out there, man, it's just, I can't let go of my cigarettes. I can't let go of my alcohol. I can't let go of my sodas, my fast food. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's just a mindset, And I lost a dear friend of mine a couple years ago, pretty much to the same thing. I looked up to this person a lot growing up, and I still do. I mean, I have his, he's no longer here. I have his picture in this break room around the corner from here. So I go in there every day to get my drinks and put my amino acids and put my stuff in there. So I see his picture every single day. And I did that because he has a direct impact on everything that I did in life and that I'm still doing in life. But the thing is he's no longer here, and a lot of that has to do with he didn't take care of himself right, and that hurts. That hurts because I know his family hurts, his friends hurt. I'm one of those friends, and again, over time, we went different paths because I'm on this path, he's on a different path, but. There's just no doubt. Like, I still loved him. I still cared about him. I never wished him any harm, or I just wished the best for him. It's just that path was different than my path, and I decided to I'm going to stay on this path. And and in his early 40s, you know, he's no longer here, and so that's tough, because he was a great person, and I felt like he could have did a lot of other great things in life, but unfortunately, you know, that got cut short, and he's no longer here, and so that's just not a possibility anymore. So don't let that be you. Make those changes. Enough's enough. You know, just don't do it. You know, just, you know, think about the other people in your life and what it's going to be like for them if you're not here anymore, you know. And again, my mindset is just like, look, every day I get up, I might not feel 100% every day, but the goal is, man, I just want to be a beast every single day, and I can't do that if I'm just eating cheeseburgers, fries, you know, drinking sodas, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, just tearing my body from the inside out, you know. It's just important. So just to share a story, I had a conversation with my student yesterday, just kind of sparked this, because, and then the conversation I had with the guy at the airport the other day, and then so on and so on. I have so many of these conversations that it's like, you know, I just wanted to get this out to you and share this with you. So take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. It's an absolute must. We're all going to go. Just don't make it too soon. All right? You guys have a great day. I'll catch you guys next time.